here we go. This is it. Finally I got this PRS Sliver Sky. So let's hear the sound. First impression, wow, the sound so clear and I love it. Bright, but it's good way it's bright. It's bright, this means not just too much top, just overall balance is so good, very deep, but not heavy, not too much mids. It's just really nice. Mids is really smooth, but I'm not saying scooped or anything like that. Sometimes people scooped, like right? But this is really, to me, even. So my first reaction, because I love vintage guitar, especially I like Duosonic Music Master, and I really study Music Master Duosonics from 56 to 64. And at one point, I collect a lot of vintage pickups. I still have probably 40 different pickups, and I really understand the quality. And I try almost every existing pickups in the world because I'm always curious. So I buy. I don't say anything about it, but I just check everything. So I understand a lot different. So the first reaction is, wow, you spend so many hours figuring out right pickups to make. Because that's really, it's not so much about turns. Easy to say, oh, this is how much turn we have. But I don't know what kind of material they use. Also, I don't know how tight the wire is. I don't know what kind of wire it is. Also, I don't know how loose the wire is. But anyway, so sounds, that part is really amazing. That's the front. In the middle, so like that. It's like a really nice thickness, but it's not too heavy. And everywhere, very even. And right now it tones everything all the way up, so there. Rear pickup also, most people do just more turn, more wire thickness on the rear so that you get the more volume. But this case, I almost want to open up and look at it, but I don't do anything. I just do all the way up. See, this type of thickness of rear pickup is only I encounter on the vintage Strats, vintage Tele, vintage Duosonic, because their rear pickup somehow, I don't know why, but it's a little bit round. in between, it's great for fun. So now, about the details. Okay, let's start from headstock. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And sometimes, oops. So like the first reaction on my headstock, right? Like I thought, like if you have this, like I can't really do it well, like this. Nice image. Like, you know, like a shape. It just really, really well thought about the shape. Fits with, you know, Stratocaster. I'm sure a lot of people say, oh yeah, that's Strat. But a lot of details like this, the cover, and inlay, of course. And I love these frets. Sort of vintage type, skinny, so that every new one, almost like an acoustic sound. Really chimey. That's the part I love about this guitar. Just because a little bit somehow like a vintage sound, little bit vintage sound. Of course, everything modern, you know, looks, but yeah. And the neck, this neck shape really reminds me 1964, 65 Strat. Just actually same, very similar to my 65. And this width, I don't know so much technical things, but it's nice and wide all the way. So I'm not sure this is really same as a Strat. Seems like a little wider to me. Really nice. And so that if you do chords, anything, it's really easier. So great for jazz too. So frets, skinny, but a little bit taller. And then, more detail. So the input jack, even like a GNL or some company use same Strat type, you know, but this is all new. Like that, to me, it's almost like a Italian car, you know, some parts really more detail. And you see the pickup cover and knob and even switch. And even switch, different types, right? Different types, but not a big deal. But it's really easy to hold it and change, and then really stays really nicely. And then you cannot see it, but under the saddle, each screw really stay in the groove so that each one stays right place. That's actually great idea, because that way stay in tune, because sometimes you have to move a saddle a little bit to straight. And I don't use a whammy bar, but just, you know, this stays in right place, and then you can move around. It's not really screwed in. And then just, you know, back like that. And then this is kind of unique, different color, you know, well thought. Yeah. Pretty impressive. You know, if somebody asks me, hey, let's make your own signature, I'm not sure I can come up like this details like that. It's a very unique own way, you know. It's kind of hard to do. So that's my impression. Everything, a lot originality, you know. And then here, first thing I noticed, normally new guitar always use these new screw, very shiny, but this is not shiny. It's not aged, but just not shiny. Just really, yeah, well thought. So that's it. So, right here, what do you think about this guitar? And I think, just like anything else, you can really judge by watching a video. You have to go to music store, maybe you want to check it out. Yeah. And then I supposed to get this right after they released, but then John asked me, please, can you wait a little bit? Because he said, I want to ask company to, send these guitar out to music store so everyone really can play it. Makes sense. So I wait. So that's why I had to wait a little bit, but that was worth wait. So this is fun. So thanks so much, John. I'm gonna play.